Okay, this is a demonstration of the data loaders developed for the three leading sources of ocean drilling data. That is the NGDC, the National Geophysical Data Center data, the JANIS database, and the LIMS database um, maintained by Ocean Drilling. So here we go. You can see I've opened an experiment. I've included the COD menus, the basic menus. We can hide that. And I've also opened the includes NGDC DataLoaders. We're going to look at the oldest data first. And, oh, hold on a second. You can see we've got loaders for calcium carbonate, GRA, MAD, and P-wave. So we can put this away, hide it. Here's the pull down menu. Okay, so I've actually opened up hole 572 from leg 85, and we're going to take a look first at calcium carbonate, give you an idea how these things work. They pretty much all work the same except for one or two exceptions. So we're going to copy all of this, Control C, hide that guy away, go back here. Now the first time through you have to go down and make an empty data table that's called NGDC data table. And there it is, there's the title. We're going to paste those data in there. Okay, this is carbonate data. We're going to go up here and do the data loader. The only thing you have to input is the number that you want to replace core catchers in the data. And normally we've been using 9, but if you're on a leg and you've got a lot of gassy sediments and you wind up with 12 cores, you can always make this 15 or something like that. Okay, so there we go. And there are your data. Let's go back to here. So that was calcium carbonate. Oh, and you will notice for the 572, it's automatically put in an X. And it also adds in the U for these sites that are before the new norm. Anyway, so that was calcium carbonate. And let's go to, just for the heck of it, 572A. And let's take a look at the MAD data. Again, we'll copy it all, paste it into the table. You notice that the table recycles. It reopens after every data load as an empty table. And then we go up here, and let's see, that was MAD data. So we'll do this, and the same thing. It's a 9, and here we are. Here's our MAD data. Now, the only exception we have for the NGC data for the oldest databases is the GRA data. And I'll show you why in just a second here. And where are we? Okay, here's gamma ray attenuation. Open a delimited file now. The thing about the way GRA is stored in the NGDC database is that each section is one line rather than being in a column. So there's a bunch of trickery to change this from lines to columns. But you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is that in this case you don't want the headers, because there's actually about 160 columns when you initially put this into that table, and there's only about a dozen headers. So we start up here with the first line of data. We'll move down to the bottom, and we'll, select it all. Control C. And we'll put it here. And you'll notice now there's lots and lots of waves. If you do forget and copy everything, and so those first dozen headers are loaded onto the table, you'll get an error message that'll tell you what happened. You can redo it. Okay, we go up here. We want GRA and 9, and there we go. Now here's your GRA data. So basically, that's the way the NGDC DataLoaders work. Just cut and paste into the proper table, and you're on your way. Okay.